So hello everyone. Welcome if you are new, welcome back if you love me. I love you too. We're going to do some really quick housekeeping. For those of you who are super new, I have no filter, okay? I'm a raw, real reader, and I care a lot more about your soul being happy and fulfilled and eternally grateful for life than I care about you loving me today, okay? So keep that in mind. I use adult language. I will talk about adult things, and anytime I use any of these decks, there may or may not be adult images in there, so just be aware of that if you're new to the channel. I also am doing an Eternally Grateful giveaway, and you can find all the information for that in the description. I did a whole video on the contents of the prize box and all of the things that are in it. Of course, there's going to be special surprises in there, but, you know, I can't tell you those. It's just extra special bonus surprises. But the video on everything that you know that's in there is linked in the description, as well as how to join, okay, and all the different perks you get for entering. So with that, I'm also going to be doing some pineapple charms for these messages, just a few. So, you know, take them as they resonate for you. All of the readings, take them as they resonate. Don't force them to fit. Check out your other placements. Come back to them and revisit them in a couple weeks or at the end of the month. See how it panned out. But for those of you who are working on your discernment or need a little bit of a spiritual bitch slap, you know, like, hey, pay attention, I am going to pull some pineapple charms, all right? There will be a separate video called 𝘗𝗘𝗥𝘕𝘌 for guidance, and that will have guidance for all of the signs. So this will just be some insight for you, and if you want guidance on how to best move through the month, right? Best mindset, best energy to be in as you're going through these things, definitely check out the 𝘗𝗘𝗥𝘕𝘌 message as well. All right, I love you. Let's get into it. What up, Sag gang? How you doing? What's up, my Saggies? All right, so today we are using the Intuitive Night Goddess Tarot for the message. Stay tuned and keep an eye out for your bonus read. You guys got most views this past July, right? Fuck you, Mercury retrograde. Listen, so you guys got most views for July. You also tied for most likes with Virgo, but it's Virgo's birthday month, and technically you all did win the tiebreaker because whoever has more views than the other is essentially the tiebreaker. But you had won most views for the entire month, so there kind of was no competition. You kind of crushed it. So Virgo got a bonus reading for likes, especially because it's their birthday month. But you guys did get most views and most likes, so you guys will get an extra special bonus reading. Now, I don't know about y'all, but the bonus reading that I did for y'all last month, the triple bonus for August, yo. All the readings said some shit was about to pop off in like the third week of the month, right? Sag rules my 6th house of health and service. I got my stellium in there, right? Third week of the month. And I bounced right back, right? I bounced right back, just like the reading said, bounced right back. But health and service, right? My wrist, the job that I do, my day job, I work on airplane and helicopter parts as a fabricator, right? So I make sure all of the pieces don't have any rough, sharp edges and that they all fit real nice when they go to assembly and all this stuff. And I'm constantly using hand tools, right? And I'm holding a vibrating, you know, it vibrates, it's got a trigger. I'm constantly putting it on my hands, and I've got carpal from, you know, the car accident that I was in back in 2015 and years of waitressing. My wrists aren't good. Well, I've been at the job now for about 8 months, and my wrist gave. It finally gave. It finally fucking gave. After 8 months, right around that time, and I was like, son of a bitch. Like, no. You know, my wrist it had a fucking day. It had a fucking day. My workload changed because now, you know, I can't be doing things that are exacerbate like pre-existing conditions that I got. So they're cross-training me in a separate department, and I'm splitting my day between the two areas so that I'm not constantly using my hand for 10 hours a day or being constantly on my feet either, because my knees don't like it. My knees hit the dashboard one time too many in that accident, and they don't like standing for really long periods of time, which the other position requires. So I'm kind of splitting my time between the two. But the plus side is it freed me up for more time with my online stuff, you know, and I did kind of bounce right back, financially, everything. So, you know, and there's things moving forward because of it now in different areas with the promotion that I got. So there's other things that are moving forward because of the mishap, and it just, it worked out. But I was just like, wow, you know, like I wonder in hindsight, right, looking back at that, especially because the triple bonus reading addressed very specifically readings for Saggy Suns, Sag Moons, Sag Risings, Sag Jupiters, and then like who are you dealing with? And yeah, being a Sag Sun, I was just like, holy shit. Like, it ended up being wicked accurate for me. So I was like, I wonder what it's like, you know, for the other Saggy placements out there, how their August ended up, you know, playing out. If you forget what the readings were, like, go back and watch it. You know, you've got your regular Sag reading for August, and you've got your bonus reading, and then whatever August stats are, you're going to get potentially bonus readings for October. So definitely go back in hindsight and take a look if you haven't already, right? And know that any likes, comments, and shares out that you give to boost the views for this month is going to determine whether or not you can get bonuses in November. All right, September stats determine November videos. So, with that, Sag, right? With that, let's get into your September energies. All right, Saggy placements, the house in which Sagittarius rules for you. What is going on in the month of September for my Saggies? What is going on with Sagittarius, Sagittarian energies, the house in which Sag rules for September? Got your polar sign out here. I'm doing a 9-card spread for those of you who are curious about that. Give me one more. All right. We've got Jupiter with the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom. This is the Chance card. And then on top, we've got the Four of Cups. Now, this Four of Cups is kind of cool because he's actually holding the fourth cup. It's not being missed. They're holding it. Okay. So. Sag, let me get a little nosy. I feel like you're going through a divine pause that's greatly healing. It's going to push you forward to some kind of major choice, taking the lead in your life. I think it's going to require you to be emotionally intelligent, emotionally mature, keeping your feelings about certain things close to your chest, but in full acknowledgement of them, right? Not ignoring them, full acknowledgement of them, but not necessarily talking about it to other people, being aware of it yourself. I think you're going to get what you want. I think you're going to get what you want, even if that requires certain steps forward at some point down the road, right? I think you're holding this fourth cup, which is emotional stability right now. with the 9 cards, the biggest challenge for you, or the X that's formed inside the 9 cards, we have on one side the Magician with the Spirit or the King of Wands in the middle, and then the Mystic, which is the Hierophant, and then on the other side we have the Nymph of Pentacles, which is Page of Pentacles, with the King of Wands, and the King of Swords, right, the Spirit of Swords on the other. I feel like for you, Gemini energy may be presenting a challenge for you. Virgoian energy may also be presenting a challenge for you, right? Especially because there's not much going on in Gemini right now. There's no major anything going on in Gemini. Gemini literally has Sedna and Admetos in there. It has Estrella and Vesta in there. It's nothing super major. But Virgo has Lilith popping in and out of there. The Sun is obviously in there for the majority of the month, and Mercury is going to be in there all month, retrograding for half of it, and then in its, post-retrograde period, all in Virgo. And that's presenting squares to your house, right? I feel like especially because the Hierophant's Chiron, you might have Chiron natally in Virgo or Gemini. And the current Arian Chiron may be at play trining on your sign, especially because the Spirit of Wands, the King of Wands, to me, kings are cardinal energy. Well, cardinal fire is Aries. So I feel like you may want to balance certain things out. And I feel like you should. I feel like, feeling like you need to martyr yourself is not in alignment. I think you need to seize the moment, right? The Nymph of Pentacles is like the seed being planted. It's my carpe diem, right? Seize the day and seize the moment type energy. I think you have to seize the opportunity when it presents itself to make things fair. And that may be difficult for you if you're feeling like you do in fact need to martyr yourself when you don't. Okay, this is about taking the lead so that you don't martyr yourself, right? With North Node and Eris being conjunct in Aries, with Chiron in there, trining on your sign. I think this is acknowledging where you have been a victim or martyred yourself before and not allowing that cycle to repeat. I think if you're not paying attention or watching messages like this, that you are more likely to repeat past martyring. But because you're getting this message, I feel like the forewarning is like, please listen to your gut. Please don't martyr yourself, right? Please vocalize it in some which way, shape, or form. And seize the moment. Now, the diamond or the value of the reading, right, created in the 9 cards. We have the 8 of Swords with the Ace of Swords and the Warrior of Wands and the 8 of Pentacles. I think you are put in a position where, because this reminds me of Ivy. And now the swords and the mind aren't keeping you stuck, right? The 8 of Swords is all about mental imprisonment. But in this particular card, it's the Ivy, okay? Now, Ivy is actually strongly tied to money roots. You can use ivy, like dried ivy leaves, in money casting, money spells, and things like that. I feel like with the ivy creeping up over the person and kind of holding the person, it's not your mind that's keeping you trapped so much as it's money. I think that money roots are important, and the fact that you are having to recognize the stability or the money roots keeping you in place, that's actually going to bring in clarity and inspire you, right, with the Ace of Swords and the Warrior of Wands, which is the Knight of Wands. I think that clarity is going to come true. Truth is going to come through. And I feel like you're going to be inspired forward to do a certain kind of work, take certain steps, right? This is Virgoian energy. And I feel like you're going to be doing what needs to get done because you're being rooted financially in certain things that need to be done for monetary reasons, right? There's a lot going on in Taurus right now, especially because your ruling planet, Jupiter, is in Taurus retrograding. You know, the Virgo sun is presenting challenges to you. Even Saturn, which is an earth-heavy planet, right? It's ruled by Capricorn. It's in Pisces, you know, squaring on your sign. We've got Neptune squaring on your sign. I think there are certain long-term things that you're going to be achieving. Because it's almost like the universe has you, what's the word I'm looking for? Because it's not divine discomfort. It's almost like the universe isn't putting Sag in a cage, but it's like putting Sag in a labyrinth. You know, there's certain things that you got to do, certain directions you need to move, certain turns you need to take in order to get to the exit point or the prize in the middle type thing, right? It's like the universe kind of has you in a labyrinth, and you can only go, you know, certain ways inside the labyrinth. It's not like an open space where you can go in any direction. You have the path right in front of you. You know, I feel it's like a very narrow path where there's certain decisions, but certain ones will lead you to a dead end, and then you got to go back and continue going in the other direction. So I feel like, you know, you're going to have to make your choices and really listen to your intuition on this one. And remember that you've already seized it, right? You already have the fourth cup. Just the fact that you're in the labyrinth. You know, you can only be in the labyrinth for so long, and at some point you will, even by chance, you will eventually stumble on the exit and or the whole reason why you're in the labyrinth to begin with. You know what I mean? It's not like you can miss it. You can't. It's just a matter of what turns you take on which path. Eventually you will get to wherever it is you're going. All right, so I gave Pineapple Charming a really good shake off camera. We're going to see what kind of pineapple charms come through for you. Give me just a couple, Spirit. All right. We got 555, so you may be seeing synchronicities with the number 5. We've also got the owl. I just heard Missy Elliott, hooty hoo, run for cover. Don't mind me. I've also got the Ferris wheel. So you may definitely be feeling like you're going up and down and up and down and round and round. Sometimes you can see the long-term vision. Maybe sometimes you can't, right? And then Spirit flashes it to you again, and then sometimes you can't. You know, like even if you're in the labyrinth, right? If you were to be on a Ferris wheel, you can kind of see the path, and then it keeps moving, and you're like, damn, now I got to remember it. You know, like which way to get the fuck out. You could also be getting synchronicities from like a fair or a carnival that's in town or something like that. We also have, the Wheel of Fortune card, right? So definitely Jupiter energy, fortune is working in your favor. Do not forget that. We have the green leaf. So spring and summer coming up may be significant, especially from all of the energies transpiring right now. Remember, these are all synchronicities, so these are just to help you discern and resonate to certain things if this message is, you know, significantly strong for you and you can't miss it. We've got the spider. We've got, I believe these are called stethoscopes. Okay. Synchronicities with stethoscopes. We've also got the dove of peace. Don't forget the divine loves you and is with you. In the face of turbulent energy, what would Jesus do? We've also got a spool of thread. Spool of thread. And then we've got, I didn't get any letter beads, but I did get signs. So I've got double Virgo here. I've got double Virgo, so that might most definitely be significant to the Sun and Mercury popping off in Virgo. It might be even more significant if you have Virgo placements or multiple Virgo placements, or if you're dealing with someone who is. I've also got Capricorn here, so Pluto may be playing a role, helping you in some way, right? Because it's at the tail end of Capricorn. So it could be sextiling on your sign. It could be semi-sextiling on your sign. Either way, it's beneficial. Little loving nudges, right? Investing in the right direction. And then we've got Scorpio. Okay, so you may have stronger significant Scorpio placements, or be dealing with someone who has stronger significant Scorpio placements. Thank you so much, Pineapple Charming. Saggy, I love you. I will catch you in the bonus reads. Don't forget to drop your likes, leave me comments, and definitely share it out. And if you aren't already, I strongly recommend getting yourself in on the giveaway, not just because the box is fucking awesome, right? The prize box, but the perks that you get for entering in the raffle and becoming a Divine Rebel member. I think that you would really, really enjoy it a lot. So definitely check it out. All of that is in the description. I love you. Until we next meet. Bye.